What is up, YouTube? It is Onion Bomb here, and welcome back to another Honkai Impact 3rd reaction video. Sorry if it's been a little bit. We hit Mother's Day weekend, and I've just, been doing some other things on YouTube. That's why if you've been seeing, Death Battle, I've been making some videos about that. So, just working on some other things. But we are back to Honkai. I've not forgotten about the Honkai. And, I've actually been sent a few, other playlists stuff. I've been sent a gameplay playlist and a podcast playlist. I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about doing those per se. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do the podcast playlist because it seems like a lot, and that I'm not sure if that's like a valid reaction thing. I'll see though. I'll think about it. That may be something I just peep on my own, or I'll just see about it. I'll think about it. But yeah, I was sent more playlists from Slime Tensei. Shout out to them once again. Same person who hooked me up with this playlist, which we are coming back to the continuing more so the all animation lore playlist. However, before we continue with where we are, it's time. It's time to go back. But we're gonna go back, and because I believe some things added that were added after I kind of mentioning how long or how much we are in the place, because I don't think it really matters because it's continuously being updated. So yeah. I did try to go through and see everything I missed. Unfortunately, though, if it is something that got added in that I've already seen, I can't really pick that out to do a rewatch because I don't really recognize stuff in the thumbnails. But I'm pretty sure I got everything. However, I did double check the Seeley's One Day Adventure. I definitely watched. I think this is just a different version of it, but it's like pretty much the same video. So I'm not gonna watch that one. But these four videos we are gonna watch, and then I believe we will have some time to continue after the spot of where I am right now. Get some Homo Labs videos in. But yeah, without further ado, enough yapping. Let's get back to it. Honkai Impact 3rd, Bunny Girls Brilliant. I almost asked this question last time. I was like, wonder why the Bunny Girl video wasn't on the playlist, and then the portion of the video showed that it got I think taken down from YouTube. So I was like, oh, okay, it's that blacklisted. But I think we got re-upload here. I think this is what that is. So let's see. Looks like it. Yeah. This is the video that caused the stabbing, I think. It's a crazy story. This song don't have captions, does it? Nah. I mean, 30. That was a nice video. I don't know why. I mean, the bunny suits may be a little explicit, depending on who you ask. But I don't know why we had to crash out about it to the point where it was, we were trying to stab people over it. I don't know, but yeah, I think, this is the full song. Okay, so we got the full song. Oh, we got the another background. Himiko does not like the bunny suit, it seems. There's the subtitles there. catchy song. Like, it might not be at the same level as some of the other, like, crazy good ones on the animations, but it's pretty good. I like it. Imagine this as like a animated background. Just realize that they're blinking. It's kind of weird that like they've been staring at me the whole time. The way she's staring, it's kind of like it was nice at first, but after a while, it kind of became menacing. You know, like. Shine a light on your life. Very nice, very nice. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the Sealies. I scrolled through this, and this might be like the in-game version. It looks like, but like this part, I have seen. I went through it, and it's the same thing as the same. I even remember the outro here, which I actually didn't. I thought that was like that. I thought it was a custom. Actually, no, I didn't. I knew that was a thing. I don't know, but yeah, I definitely seen that, even though it continuous. Oh, now it proved a liar out of me. But it kept saying I didn't, but I think it like got like just like an updated version or whatnot. Maybe, I don't know, but I know I watched this. Like I didn't dream that it's in a video. It was a very nice watch too. So yeah, when Sparks coverage. When Sparks converge, this is actually an official Honkai video, and this one's a little bit longer here. We got 19 minutes. And also, speaking of that, I forgot to mention one thing when I said like I was selling plays. I believe it wasn't just this playlist, but it was, I think, the trailer playlist got updated. So I'm going to have to go back and peep that at some point. Maybe. I think that's going to be a next video thing. I think this video I'm going to stick on this this playlist for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that a separate video or maybe combine it with the play. I don't know, I'll have to see, but I will definitely watch it. I'll definitely watch more, and yeah, just be patient with me. There's a few things I want to get out on the YouTube channel, but I definitely will keep coming with the Honkai videos at some point, but sorry if it takes me a bit. Sometimes I will try my best. No one's complained at me though, so I appreciate that, because I know I feel like things do kind of take a while sometimes. But wow, when Sparks converge.
静心沉意，浮出杂念，控制自己的力量。力量，杂念挥之不去。练习完全没有进展。 这样下去只会拖了大家的后腿。啊，牙医，Tiana， 我到处找你呢。我们去美食街吃点心吧。啊，可是快点快点，去晚了可就没了。好吧，我知道了。唉，反正也静不下心。
I know they're chibi-fi, but still they have some
已经有这么多人在排队了。
some interesting outfits on right now.
Kiana， 要不我们改天再来吧？没事，看我的吧。Kiana， 老板，2个冰淇淋。
Kiana realizes she's the main character.
急死我了！
Were they in line? I mean, no one's getting mad.
啊，谢谢 Kiana。真好吃，这次出来也值了。
That Sealy one I was talking about earlier, this one has similar vibe to that, so I'm excited for this one.
让我尝一口好不好？
One bite.
哇，是焦糖布丁味，好棒啊！牙医，你尝尝我这个，是白桃味的。
Wait, peach.
怎么样？怎么样？很甜。太好了，我就知道牙医一定会喜欢的。牙医，我们再去那边看看。哇，好热闹！天哪，我们差不多该回去了。啊，可是这里的可丽饼特别好吃，过来这里就是想让牙医也尝尝呢。为了我？对呀，牙医这段时间总是把自己关在屋里练剑，表情也阴沉沉的。我想让牙医吃点好吃的，开心起来。而且不多晒晒太阳的话，可是会发霉的。
有够 moldy。
我真是个笨蛋，我到底都在一个人烦恼些什么啊 ？Kiana， 果然就是 Kiana 呢。庆幸，谢谢你 ，Kiana。Kiana， 我曾拒绝绿者的身份。 认为他为我带来了不幸，认为他夺走了我的生活，可现在，我却觉得，自己能有这份力量，能用这份力量帮助你，是我的幸运。
Resonant flame. Bronya.
这次考试又没及格，怎么会这样？Bronya 认为。 是笨蛋 Kiana 考试前一天还在玩游戏的错。Bronya 不是也在玩吗
？So we got a
可不敢在战
like
场
a
上
cat hoodie
被交给
drip
理论
now.
考试不及格的人。那只是因为这是我不擅长的东西，要是换成我擅长的领域，肯定能行。Bronya 都不是我的对手。那笨蛋 Kiana 倒是说说，什么是你擅长的领域？那一定是射击。 我们卡斯兰那家可是有祖传的枪斗术，布罗尼亚，你肯定赢不了我。好呀，那要来比试比试吗？哼，来就来，就让笨蛋提安娜先吧。哼，看好啦。
Oh. I don't know why I thought they were doing archery, so she just pulled out a pistol. I was like, what?
现在认输还来得及啊。
Pretty good. Oh, bro, yes. Did she hit the balls? Poor Kiana.
你耍赖，这叫射击比赛吗？战场上最重要的就是消灭敌方单位，不管是用什么方式。我们接下来比跑步，预备，跑。
Oh, she's gonna like float. Or like. Oh. I didn't think she could move that fast.
战场上最重要的是到达目标地点，不管用什么方式。你
Dang.
可恶！我们接下来就堂堂正正的比玩
To
游
a
戏。
gaming duel. Oh, Kiana. Lock in, Kiana.
天哪，连最基本的出招都还没掌握，
Not the basic.
亏你还在考试前玩了这么久。 我不服，再来一局。
I thought she was kind of good at games. Oh, Bronya put down the controller.
你要是想赢的话，不如先试着把那只高难 BOSS 打倒再说吧。
Oh, they're playing the boss.
可恶，我一定会赢过 Bronya 的。那你自己玩着吧 ，Bronya 要先睡了。这个笨蛋，原来还没睡吗？
Well, they changed the style.
虽说技术不怎样，
She's just a
但是很有
noob.
毅力。但想要赢过 Bronya， 可还早了点。虽然以前总叫你笨蛋，可好像你已经不再是那个会输给 Bronya 的 Kiana 了。现在 ，Bronya 已经能放心的同你并肩作战，放心的把力量交给你了 ，Kiana。
Oh, so okay, is this like, is that what is that happening now? 'Cause I remember that like the puppet Hersher fight. I think that puppet thing's a Hersher. I'm not sure. I thought they said something about it. Maybe not. But so puppet person, like the key where Kiana kind of goes off. Are they like thinking about like the past stuff? Is what stories? I know, because that's what happened now, May, and then that's what happened with Bronya. And yeah, okay, so that was after this. So maybe, possibly, did I? Okay, yeah. So I thought I saw one that I didn't open, but I didn't see that one. According to YouTube. Fuha. What is she doing?
目标早晨8点起床，比晨练规定时间晚了2个小时。
Target.
夜间听到房间中有异响，可能是控制绿者觉醒的征兆，
For sure, the
但也有可能是目标一如既往睡姿不好，跌下了床。奥托的监视任务会不会是多虑了？
呀，班长，
啊，被发现了！
班长，我正好在找你呢。
你好，Kiana 同学，找我有什么事吗？
我想找人一起进行双人对练，可 Bronya 在玩游戏。班长，你能来陪我吗？
啊？
那就这么决定了。来吧，班长，我们去训练场
She
了。
just called her, huh?
上次跟踪过程有些失误了，没有藏好，这次可要小心一些。
然后，昨晚他就突然出现在了我的面前。他？昨晚？是啊，我不知道他是谁。 金黄的眼睛，紫色的头发，而且还飘在空中。
啊？难道是？
所以，天哪！你有捡他掉落的材料吗？
材料？
王国的魔女掉落的材料，是游戏里很珍贵的藏货材料。
Among Us.
笨蛋天哪，不会没存档直接跳过了吧？
Talk about a game.
原来是游戏啊！
反正你都要重打一次了，不如也叫上那边的班长吧。班长，还真是呢，原来班长也喜欢玩这个游戏啊。走吧，班长，我们俩这就回宿舍连接去。
Like.
怎么会这样？是我太不小心了吗？
那牙医 Bronya， 我
me
们走吧。
但这次要记得早点回来哦。
放心。
外出活动，没有什么可疑的举动。今天就观察到这里，不跟着他们出去了吧？
班长，
怎么又被发现了？
班长，你最近一直在看着我吗？
She keeps hiding behind the same flower thing.
糟糕，要暴露了。
So not that this seems like the most canon thing. I don't know. Maybe not. It seems like it's just a just a fun thing. But it's a maze here, and at this point in the story, I thought she was like working with Kevin, and weren't they kind of separated at the time, maybe, or not going to like not at like the school together. I don't know. Maybe that's just maybe I got that wrong, or maybe like I said, this is just like a fun thing that's not like supposed to be taken crazy
一起
serious.
出去玩。哎呀，班长，你早说嘛！我们其实早就想邀请你一起出去玩了，可每次下课后就找不到你了。我知道班长你喜欢看书，但偶尔也要和大家一起出去放松放松嘛。老是一个人闷着多不好。
可是，
没什么可是的，好不容易这次遇到班长了，你可别想溜走。
天哪！
哎呀，放心吧，班长，我们会在宿舍熄灯前回来的。这不，还有你亲自监督我们嘛。
天哪！再不快点的话，就赶不上烟花表演了。
好，我们这就来。嘿嘿，我们走吧，班长。
天哪！从前的我，只是奥托派来监视你的人，但渐渐的，我明白了，你不是那个人口中的容器，不是任何人的棋子。你改变了大家，改变了我，甚至是拯救了我。或许我曾犯下不少错误，走了不少弯路，但如今，我相信你 ，Kiana。现在，轮到我助你一臂之力了。
So yeah, I'm not sure if that's happening like now or like and like that stuff like the school stuff's from the past. So that might explain why May's there, and then they're like thinking about it, or it's like that the school stuff's happening now, and then they're like thinking that how that fight happened in the past, and then they're thinking about, I don't know what they're saying though. Kind of seems like it's the first one. And she mentioned like spying for Otto. So I don't know, but I like these shorts. I like these shorts. We're good. Forgiving Flame. Oh, now we have Teresa.
每年的例行事务排挤到一起了，这个量怎么都搞不完吧？大姨妈，天哪，有什么事吗？都这么晚了，大姨妈还不回去吗？唉，工作做不完，恐怕今晚得熬夜了。那要是我来帮大姨妈做的话，是不是就能早点回去了？哎，是倒是，但提安娜，你能行吗？放心吧，放心吧，一些简单的活我还是能做的。那就帮我批改一下同学们的试卷吧，参考答案在那边，你对着改就行。哎，记得把自己的卷子留下来给我批哦。嘿嘿，没问题。提安娜今天怎么了？居然这么积极的来帮忙，平时不是早在宿舍里呼呼大睡了吗 ？A B A C。
Kiara's helping grade paper.
Bronya 这家伙选择题不全错了吗？亏他之前还嘲笑我来着。哎 ，Bronya， 他之前不都是数学满分的吗？我看看。提安娜，哦，你拿的是历史题的答案呢。好了好了，乖侄女的心意我领了。
Oh, it's here about the A, B, C. I was gonna say it's multiple choice, but what? George, the answer is George Washington, and she put 47.
但你还是先回宿舍去吧，我自己能写。啊，那不是会
Isn't she a student? No, I wouldn't think she would be able to be allowed to grade papers. Maybe she's not a student. I don't know. Maybe not. Did they
你
graduate?
热不热？我来帮你吹个风扇，工作起来一定会
No,
轻松一点的。
the papers are gonna go everywhere. Kiana. Oh, even the ones on the desk.
我不是故意的，你给我乖乖回宿舍去。我回就是了，但大姨妈你也尽量早点回来呀。气死我了！这笨蛋侄女今天是怎么回事啊？
How she's walking is funny.
Ah, 终于做完了。啊，居然都这个点了。 回去睡2小时，明天还有课要上呢。房间里好黑，灯的开关。哎，天哪，这是
She's
蛋
the
糕
cat again. Oh, like,
苦瓜汁。Happy birthday！ 哎，
oh,
难道说今天是我的生日？啊，
oh, today's.
怪不得这家伙今天总要我早
She
点
doesn't
回
know
来。
her birthday.
笨蛋侄女，
I mean, I know
也不
about
早
like
说。 都怪我自己工作太忙。
the whole
害你
like
等了这么久。
clone stuff. But I thought she'd know. Maybe.
对不起，大姨妈。哎，
How does Kiana know then?
蜡烛凑不够
Didn't find
水
Ford.
管了。天哪，
Oh,
从前
she.
你就是这样，心里处处想着大家，虽然多少有些笨拙，如今你
Yeah.
早已成为了
I
能够
think
独当
they're
一面的女
thinking
神，
about like
成为了
past
一位
stuff
可靠的伙伴。
potentially, and
但
they
看
like
着你
jump
这样
in
的
the
改变，
future.
我们也不禁有些不舍。所以，当你需要我们的时候，也尽管开口吧。我相信，同伴们一定会回应你的，只要别太勉强自己就好。
Exceeding flame. Who's this one gonna be? Oh, Teresa again?
这个捣蛋的侄女儿。
Oh no,
我帮你把课程资
Hiko.
料拿过来了。
祭司，你来的正好。
怎么了？
提安娜又翘课了，你能去帮我把她捉回来吗？
提安娜，是不久前在长空试救的那个孩子吧？
没错，这孩子其他没什么，
Teresa.
但就是调皮捣蛋了点。
Yeah,
本来
okay,
我
so
想
this
自
is
己
in
知
the
道，
past.
但手头工作实在走不开，就拜托继子你去找找吧。
行啊，没问题。提安娜，我记得是那个白色头发的女孩。这么说来，好像的确一到理论课就
She
看不
barely
到
even
她。
knows Kiana at this point.
那个，该不会就是
So it seems.
提安娜？
老师，你怎么会知道我在这儿？
你得多去和布罗尼亚学学战场上的伪装技术了。
明明以前都不会被发现的。
好了好了，以前是你运气好，这次被我逮着了，就乖乖回去吧。
哦，好吧。
怎么这么听话就往回走了？提安娜，等等
啊，
你的家当都还留在这儿呢，我看你是想趁我们不注意再溜出来吧？
哎，被发现啦！
唉，看你这样子，回去也听不进什么课的。提安娜，要不和我一起去个地方吧？
啊！哇，好多花！
You want to see a play? Sure. It's just the tension, imagine.
我的一个熟人，以前似乎很喜欢种花，但从没教过我。还好他们都比较争气，不需要我太多照料，也长得那么好。
好漂亮！
你要是以后想来，也随时欢迎。我平时工作偷懒，工作休息的时候，也偶尔在这儿。
哇，真的吗？
不过，提安娜，你得回答我一个问题。
什么问题？
提安娜，你为什么会想翘课呢？
啊，好吧，其实我不是想翘课了，我只是想去训练场进行模拟训练而已。
模拟训练，那个不是早上就做过了吗？
可是我总觉得，比起坐在教室里，我更想让自己快点变强，变得能更早的上战场，成为独当一面的女武神。
原来是因为这个吗？
这种想法难道有错吗，棋子老师？
倒不是说有错，提安娜，只是你要知道，女武神不仅仅是为了战斗而存在的。我们更多的是要去发现、去守护那些美好的东西。战斗，只是守护他们的一种途径而已。
总感觉好难懂。
现在不懂也没关系的，提安娜，以后你就会慢慢知道是什么意思了。
好吧。
不过，理论课还是要乖乖去上的，不然别说独当一面了，可能连合格的女武神都当不上哟。
啊！
Kiana，虽然你是个调皮的学生，虽然你或许迷失了方向，但我知道，你的眼睛能够看到世间的美好，你能够将这份美好带给他人，所以，抬起头，继续前进吧。我永远相信着你，Kiana，你永远是我的骄傲。
That was the last time she saw it like
阿
that
茂咪可以
day. Oh. Yeah, we always saw that one. That was the end of that one. Man, that was really good. I enjoyed that that watch. Yeah, I mean, I always like the the slice of life kind of things, like the funny, even the funny chibi stuff. But that one like mixed that with like some real stuff at the end, and like they were kind of. I just like how they did that. They were like they showed like some like past fun going, happy going stuff at the end in the chibi stuff, and then they switched to like a more, I don't know really what word to say, but like a more art style that fits the actual game, the pic of like a picture, and they switched to like either like a present day thing, like a more serious moment when they hit Himiko's thing, or maybe not present. I don't know. It sounded like that was going on somehow, some way, but yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. And so now we have one more thing that I had to go back for, I believe. But if I missed something, I'm sorry. I really tried to hit it all. But this one is actually it's an unlisted video. It's Honkaiimpact 3rd Forgotten Diaries Voiced. Let's check it out.
这是一个由现在通向过去的调查。
Maybe just pull that back. Take it from official
这是一
English.
个由现在通向过去的调查。
又或者是一个从过去通向现在的梦境。
An old-fashioned cookers by a tree by sports worn to play football. Customize for its owner. Oh, it's like a game style. Football cover and scratch its owner must be really love the sport. Actually, I call that a soccer ball. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna start that debate, but I do. I'm sorry. I'm a big NFL fan, so like that. That's why. But I have one friend from like a different country gets mad when I call it soccer, so I do that to like mess with him. A bookcase designed for elementary students. Fairy tales, picture books, out of place tomes such as tactical training guide and general Honkai energy adorn it. Cat tree account was listed on the other side. So I'm reading some of this kind of quickly. Open the diary, confirmed. So today is the last day of 2006. I microwave popcorn for my dad. He looks so happy. Today I played football in the snow with Dad and his friends. Dad was keeping by still did a hat trick. I'm unstoppable. I thought this said voiced in the title though. I have to read. Okay, I'm sorry. Today, Dad and I had a match in the new shooting range in Koloston. Guess what? I won in rifle. This is my first time beating him in a shooting range. It feels wonderful. Today, Dad, I visit Mom again. Dad didn't want to tell me what was bothering him. I'm worried. I hope he's not in trouble at work.
2007年
There we go.
4月25日，星期日，晴。今天
So this is Kiana?
我发现了一个超巨大的秘密，还因为这件事和老爸吵了一架。而这一切的开始是在吃早饭的时候。
Oh yeah, that's.
老爸，准备起床啦！今天早上我们吃什么？
吃什么都行吧。老爸还要在电脑上处理点工作。哎，今天你来做早饭怎么样？
我看你是又在不务正业吧？关上门打游戏呢，对不对？
你这在……是啊。你老爸没有什么别的爱好，原谅一下吧。
哼，算了，反正你自己做的饭弄不好更难吃，原谅你吧。昨天早上吃的布丁，前天早上吃的三明治。好，今天就来吃老爸最喜欢的泡面吧。
Is this an animation style, or could you actually like play through this?
不过单煮泡面也没什么营养，还是加点健康的食物进去吧。
Clicking on stuff.
苹果、
Apple,
香
banana,
蕉、
pineapple.
菠萝。
Oh, they're all going in. I would put those
这
fruits
样
and
就是
instant
一顿营养又健康的泡面了。
Oh, you can see the ghosts and stuff.
老爸，面煮好了，我们一起来吃吧。
哦，好，你先盛饭吧，我这就来。这样就行了。
老爸，面都端上桌了，你快来啊！
哦，知道了。
糟了，我用的还是泡面原本的调料，完全没想到和水果一起煮会变成这个味道。老爸他会不会很郁闷呢？老爸，今天的面味道有点没把握好。
有吗？不是和平常的泡面味道一样吗？
老爸他今天有点不对劲。今天难得和老爸一起过周末，我一定要想办法调查清楚，究竟发生了什么。不过在此之前，还是得先把这碗煮失败了的泡面吃完才行啊。
Oh.
老爸，你也动起来啊！不要像个木桩一样。喂，老爸，你今天的准星有点离谱啊！
Are they even boats?
像这样赢你，我可开心不起来啊！老爸，这可是你最喜欢看的阿拉哈托剧场版啊！
He's eating someone else's popcorn.
哎呀，甜点已经端上来了呢。来，老爸，这是帮你买的。
帮我买？
是啊，我看老爸你一整天都心不在焉的，想必是有什么心事吧？吃完这份甜点，老爸要不要单独去找妈妈聊聊天？
啊，所以这些花是买给你妈妈的？
她最喜欢白色的百合花了，对吧？而且，老爸你今天总是心不在焉的，我觉得应该给你一点空间，好让你单独和妈妈说说心里话。
Kiana，你真的长大了呢。
那当然啦，你以为自己的女儿是谁啊？老爸一整天的反应都很奇怪，他究竟是有什么心事啊？要不去他的卧室看看？可是，万一是什么隐私方面的事情呢？毕竟妈妈已经过世了那么多年，或许他已经想再找一个妈妈了。不对，我本来就会帮他铺床的，进一次卧室有什么奇怪？好，今天既然我提早回来了，就帮他好好打扫一下屋子吧。
Oh Obtain Mr.
啊，
Flash
只是阿拉哈托的动画而已嘛。
to anime.
不过画质好差啊，老爸他一般不都是看蓝光版吗？啊，这么说来，我好像在电影里看过，有些秘密文件会被伪装成其他格式来逃过检查。啊，这里好像的确有个以前没见过的程序。如果把那个盘里的阿拉哈托拖到这里来，啊，不会吧？竟然真的是秘密文件！我看看这讲了些什么。老爸，这就是你最近一直在瞒着我调查的东西，对吗？
天哪，你是怎么？
当然是因为我足够了解老爸你的日常生活啊。比起这些，他们在利用我的基因做克隆实验，而目的却是为了复活妈妈当年与之同归于尽的控制律者。这肯定是我们应该去阻止的事情。可老爸，你却犹豫了。
Wait, what did that say?
你却犹豫了。
Utilizing Hershey Void's original core as a basis, we've connected a picture. We found this core retained one or more of the cartridges of the same form, which means reextracting the Hershey may be possible theoretically.
所以，逆商会找到老爸你，也是因为他们自己无力阻止这个西灵计划。
而且，基于我们家的情况，他们也期待着我能够挺身而出吧。但就像我刚才说的，这将是一次风险极高的行动。万一在行动开始后，我失去了与你接头的机会，你就会作为一个罪人的女儿，独自留在这天命总部。在那种情况下，他们甚至可能直接选择你作为控制律者的后继实验体。我不能无视你的安危去冒这样的险，天哪！
Due to the Hershey reasoning uniqueness, it's likely that there are more conditions required to resurrect Hershey of the Void. That said, hypothetically, we could manually prepare a suitable body for the Hershey of Void's core. The Hershey reason's uniqueness may be an issue. Oops, I'm moving the subs.
这件事好说啊，我们一起行动不就好了嘛？
什么？
我明年可就要10岁了，放在古代，那就是卡斯兰纳家族的人开始参加战斗的年纪啊。
太胡闹了！你一个小孩子又能做什么？
哼，臭老爸，刚刚是谁只凭自己的力量就发现了你的秘密啊？
不行不行，这完全是两回事。
Our plan to have the Hershey of the Void's core reformed inside the test subject has proven uninevitable. Here, Hershey of Reason's data is so special we can only use it as a reference. Our next stop would be to I'm tripping. I'm sorry. To create a body with strong enough Honkai adaptability. That way, the Hershey core could be implanted directly, catalyzing the Hershey of the Void's resurrection.
老爸，你可要讲道理呀。
So are they like talking right
逆商
now,
给你的
like
计划
over
书里也
messages,
写
or
了，
is this like
核心实验区域的戒备程度很高，
I don't know
不
what's
推荐使
happening?
用暴力方式硬闯。有我在的话，通风口、采光窗、垃圾废弃通道，
This is like
这些
old
地方
stuff.
就都可能拓展成入侵渠道啦，不是吗？
Experiments have shown even Sharaka clones are unable to withstand the Honkai energy erosion from Hershey Void's core. We should consider incorporating genetic research on the Kasana family into Project Siren. Kiana Kasana's genes may prove a strong enough host for the Hershey resurrection experiments. Ooh.
我一直在犹豫的是，究竟要如何去做，才能对得起你未来的人生。 对得起你的妈妈。的确，我们都是卡斯莱纳家族的一员，彼此都是平等的战士。但作为父亲，我也当然希望你有一个平平安安的童年，像你妈妈期待的那样，健康快乐的长大。
但我们在天命里，真的还有这样的机会吗？我们什么都不做，就可以让自己的人生变得更好吗？就对得起卡斯安娜这个名字吗？我们终究不可能对这件事视而不见，对不对？
Subject 422 is also in a vegetative state. Perhaps we ought to abandon the theoretical, safer approach of letting an external consciousness dominate the Hersher consciousness. Instead, we might anticipate that Hersher consciousness can perceive common human emotions, such as love on its own. It should be noted that we used Hersher the Void's emotions before her destruction.
那一天，你最终说服了我们的父亲。
是的，我将成为他在这次行动中的助手。
如果是事先就知道这件事的结局，你会感到后悔吗？
后悔？为什么？你不就是未来的我吗？
可我终究已经不是你了。
或许你的确不能算是我啦，但我却仍然还是你啊。真是的。你平常是怎么看待失忆这件事的？
Oh, I forgot. So wait, that's actually future Durandal. This whole time I was thinking it was future Kiana.
名字又算什么？那种被我们叫做玫瑰的花朵，就算换个名字，也必然不减芬芳。这对于
Yeah,
我来说
I
也是
forgot.
一
I
样的
keep
呀。
forgetting Durandal is like an ex-Kiana clone. But you are only a child.
我知道，我是尚未经历这一切的你，所以你对于我难免会产生一些额外的同情。但是，也正因为我是你，所以你一定比谁都更明白。不要紧的，我终将成为你，成为一个无比出色的战士，就像我们的爸爸妈妈一样。所以，这样东西，我就把它交给未来的自己啦。
这是一张全家福。
妈妈、爸爸、姨妈、妹妹，还有我自己。等
Oh,
救出
it's
爸爸
all...
之后，你们也重新像这样拍一张吧，带上妈妈的那份一起。
Oh. Yo, it's yeah. There's Teresa and Kiana were in that photo as well. Dang.
有人曾提醒过我，声音是风的波纹，它们彼此交叉重叠，却又丝毫不改自己的本色，就像我们每个人的人生。他说，人生是一座桥梁，它的伟大绝不来自它的目的，它连接起正午、黄昏和黎明，让自发的意义在这样的过程中不断拓展。我们是自己的创作者、解谜者和拯救者。我们把过去是如此的一切加以改造，直到一直说，我过去是想要这样的，以后我还想要这样。他说，直到这时，一个人才会完成对自己的救赎，并真正驾驭其属于自己的存在之轮，辐射出自己的生命之光。我想，现在的我，终于能理解到这些话背后的意味了。我的名字是比安卡·阿塔吉娜，是幽兰戴尔，也是卡斯兰娜。
Oh. Oh man, that was a good one. Yeah, just last episode I was today's years old when I realized that Durandal used to be Kiana, or they used to is like Kaslana is like a Kiana clone. That's crazy. That was a good one. That is seeing the picture at the end. That one kind of hit the feels again. Oh man, it's too bad all the Kiana, all the the Kiana. I mean, kind of all the all the Kislanas could have been, you know, like a family. But there's a whole like other thing with them. It's kind of crazy, but but yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, there's a little bit of time left, I think. We have I'm gonna do at least one, maybe two more videos here. We'll see. We'll see. But next one, they're both over 10 minutes long, and this recording has already been a little bit, but yeah, since there's been a little bit of length by the time this got up, maybe go just a little bit extra. But we're back to Homu Labs, and we're gonna be on Homu Labs for the next two things at least. This one is, can you enjoy Honkai Star Rail without playing Honkai Impact full third? Connections and lore explained. Now, I have explained, or at least mentioned, that I, believe it or not, have played a little bit of Honkai Star Rail because on one of my streams, on my game stream, I got like requested it a little while ago, and when like I was really like popping on, you know, like Honkai stuff. So of all the lore I know about Honkai Impact 3rd, I don't know that much about Honkai Star Rail. Just a very like brief like one or two play sessions of it. Not too crazy, but any stretch of the imagination whatsoever.
Hello,
So
if
yeah,
you clicked on this video, I'm gonna assume two things. One, you are a Honkai Impact 3rd player that wants to get more information about how Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail are connected. Or two,
Genshin
you are new
space.
to the Honkai series and have absolutely no clue about anything.
Or three, it was on a playlist you were sent by a viewer to react to.
Maybe you know all these things and you're just here for fun, in which case, cheers to you. No matter what, I'm gonna explain to you what Honkai Star Rail is, how it is connected to Honkai Impact 3rd and the Honkai verse in general.
I would like to know the connection. We kind of got into it a little bit.
You should know before starting to play the game.
Who showed up? Who is this expedition?
I do know it's like a turn-based thing. And I'm kind of hit or miss with those kind of games, but it was pretty decent from what I played. Everything you need to know about Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail.
Honkai Star Rail is a spin-off of Honkai Impact 3rd and a sequel to a post-Honkai Odyssey, and the next game in the Honkai series.
Oh, it's a
I
sequel
call
to
it a
post.
spin-off
Interesting.
and not a direct continuation of Honkai Impact 3rd, because from what we know up until this point, the story of Honkai Star Rail is separated from Honkai Impact 3rd's main story. The two games share the same multiverse, understanding of the Honkai, and how the cosmic and universal forces work and play their role. But I don't think that they have any more in common besides some overlapping characters and thematics. If we are to refer to Honkai Star Rail as a sequel, it would be more appropriate to call it a sequel of a post-Honkai Odyssey, which is an open-world game mode in Honkai Impact 3rd that takes place 8 years after the Honkai is sealed and is separated from the main story. But more on that later.
Honkai.
Let me give you some very basic context on what is Honkai Impact 3rd and most importantly, what is the Honkai. Honkai Impact 3rd is a game set in a hypothetical world where humanity fights the Honkai, a destructive force that threatens to destroy human civilization. Honkai itself is an universal law designed to nurture, test, and remove entire worlds and universes if they fail to defeat it. Think of it as a natural force that is programmed to do something on a set path. As new universes are born, the Honkai nurtures them by regulating the Honkai energy inside and maintaining the support and blessings from the imaginary tree. This keeps the universe stable and helps it grow and develop new civilizations. After a civilization is born, the Honkai test it to prove its worth. As civilizations evolve, the Honkai grows with them and becomes more dangerous. If the civilization manages to somehow beat the Honkai, the universe will be left alone and it will continue to get support from the imaginary tree. If not, all life in the universe will eventually be destroyed and the universe itself will fall from the tree into the sea of quanta, where it will slowly cease to exist. And this is the briefest and most dumbed down explanation I can offer you at the moment. I plan to do a much more in-depth video about the Honkai and explain everything we know about it at the moment, so if you're interested in that, be on the look for it. If you're watching this a few weeks after I posted the video, you'll probably find a link in the description.
A post-Honkai Odyssey.
As I previously said, a post-Honkai Odyssey, or APHO for short, is an open-world game mode inside Honkaiimpact 3rd.
Actually, didn't know this was open world.
After humanity managed
but
to
I've seen some stuff
99%
about this
of
over
the
the
Honkai energy on the moon.
Yeah.
It's important to understand what
Reaction
APHO
journey.
is, because it's the first direct connection with Honkai Star Rail. In this new story, an alien civilization plans to colonize the Earth to harvest the remaining Honkai energy and to annihilate humankind. You play as Adam, one of the very rare men with high Honkai adaptability, Carol, an energetic
Carol
introvert
Peppers!
girl, and May, who also plays a major role in the Honkaiimpact 3rd main storyline. Your squad received a mission to find and retrieve Weltiang, the former sovereign of anti-entropy and the second Herrscher of Reason, after he went missing on a trip to Saint Fontaine. After you reach the city, you find it in ruins, devoid of any life and full of mechanical creatures that were never seen before. As you progress through the story, you found out more about these strange creatures and the mysterious plot that the Sky People wish to enact. It is important to note that at the moment of recording, Post-Honkai Odyssey 2 was announced, which is a continuation of the first part, and it will probably link the two games together even more. Even the name of the new chapter, Before the Starfall, hints at stars, and maybe it will reveal a clearer connection. Or maybe it's just all a coincidence. Who knows?
Alien Space.
Even if APHO is still an ongoing story, we already know a little about how it will lead into Honkai Star Rail through the Alien Space manga. The manga is set in the year 2029, after the Sky People threat is solved on Earth. It features Weltiang and the Void Archive, a divine key from the previous era that took over one of Otto's Solium clones, as they travel through space and try to learn more about the Sky People and their plans. From all the Honkaiimpact 3rd related materials, I suggest reading this manga the most because it's basically serving as a prequel for Honkai Star Rail. As we can see from the revealed characters, Weltiang is among them, and in his character art we can also take a peek at the Void Archive in the back. Most likely, the next world that the Sky People plan to invade is the same one in which Honkai Star Rail will take place. We learned that the Sky People took interest in someone that looks exactly like Himeko. While her photo was on the screen, Wild was shocked and asked why would they be interested in her, to which the Void Archive confirms that this is not the same Himeko that Wild knows, and that she is a version of Himeko from a parallel universe. As you know, and this is a big spoiler for the Honkaiimpact 3rd main story, so if you plan on playing it for yourself, please skip ahead 30 seconds.
Wait, I'm assuming
the Himeko from our universe is already dead.
Yeah, I'm
So
assuming
for
that's
Red,
what that was.
her teacher during college and her friend, seeing a photo of Himeko was a bit of an emotional moment, which pushed him into taking the decision to save her and the world she is from. If you take a quick look at the photo, she resembles very much the design revealed for Himeko in Honkai Star Rail.
Multiverse.
An important thing to understand about the Honkaiverse is that the concept of the multiverse is confirmed and thoroughly explored. This means that multiple universes coexist at the same time and have their own version of already existing characters.
You can do a lot with multiverse. Like I've seen, like I brought this up before, but like I'm not a big Marvel guy really. I've only seen a handful of what's out there, but like I've heard about stuff like in like comics and stuff, and um yeah, there's a lot that can be done with none of it. It can be very like confusing, and like it could be a lot at times, but it also can be really cool and very like exciting of the
If you are
possibilities.
familiar with the Fate franchise, it's something like that. Except for Welt, the Void Archive, and maybe Carol, every character
Carol
that we
Peppers.
see in Honkai Star Rail that looks and has the same name as the character for Honkai Impact 3rd is in fact a totally different person that has their own personality and background story. There is no direct correlation with their Honkai Impact 3rd counterpart, besides maybe some overlapping themes. Take Cele for an example. She's always linked to blue butterflies in her design and skills, and we can see that in the way she's portrayed in both.
Sella. Ooh. Is that really how you pronounce it? I've been saying Sealy this whole time. I mean, that kind of sounds like what Bronya's saying. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that could go either way. I don't know.
Both games. So, if you ever wondered why is Bronya there, well, here is your answer. That's not actually our Bronya. Hope this clears up a lot of misunderstandings about why we see the same character designs reused across multiple MiHoYo games. And yes, even Genshin is confirmed to be part of the same multiverse, but it's more of its own thing and not directly connected as Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail seem to be.
I have gotten the vibe of that, and like I've of course been told it through videos like this. So yeah, like the Honkai, the Hoyoverse games are like, you know, they're similar. They use the same characters, but they're their own thing at the end of the day.
I imagine that many people will want to try Honkai Star Rail without playing or having any previous knowledge about Honkai Impact 3rd or the Honkai series in general. If you are one of them and wonder if you could enjoy Honkai Star Rail without playing the previous games, my answer is probably yes. Even if Honkai Star Rail is directly connected to Honkai Impact 3rd, besides some characters that seem to come over, the story looks like it has its own plot that has nothing to do with Honkai Impact 3rd. If you want to play the game just for the turn-based aspect, character designs, graphics, or whatever other reason, and you are content with just a basic and very surface level understanding of the story, I would say that there's no need for you to play Honkai Impact 3rd if you don't want to. But if you wish to have more context and a deeper understanding of the Honkai and how this world operates on a cosmic level, you might need some details from Honkai Impact 3rd. At the end of the day, it's up to you. I personally recommend Honkai
Operates
Impact
on a
3rd
cosmic.
wholeheartedly. It's a beautiful game with one of the best and most emotional stories I have ever experienced. But I also understand that it's a 5-year-old game,
Agreed.
has a lot of content, and that maybe people don't have the patience and the time to play it. If not,
Hey, if you
please
don't,
try
at
to
least make
find the
reaction
playthrough
videos
of
too.
Proposed
At least watch the
Honkai Odyssey on
animation.
YouTube and read the Alien Space manga. Well, I hope this video helped you have a better understanding of how the two games are connected. If you learned something, please leave a like and press that subscribe button, since lately random numbers on the internet seem to validate my sense of self-worth. Hope you have a great day and see you all next time.
Oh, thank you, Hoyo Labs. Homo Labs. I got there in the end. Alright, very good video. Good to know, you know, some of that, because I kind of got that impression, but I wanted to make sure that is cool. And yeah, like I said, I'd love to get more into Honkai Star Rail as well. You know, it seems like it's cool as well. Maybe there's some videos or animations I can check out about that. I've heard. Yeah, this whole series, like the Hoyo verse and all. It's very exciting because there's a lot to do and to see. And I'm still I'm down to experiencing it all. It's very very cool. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. May be a little bit of a longer one, but why not? You know what? I'm gonna do one more video here. We got the imaginary tree, origins and truth behind the Honkai. I believe that this is it's another Homu Labs. Before we get into this one though, I have to poop. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is a YouTube video. I could just edit it out and you would never know, but guess what? I keep it 100 with you guys. We keep it 100. We are real over here at the Onion Bombs YouTube channel. We are real. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's get this last video going,
What
shall we?
is the Honkai? Where does it come from? What's its purpose? These are
What is
all
it?
questions that many people have regarding the mysterious phenomenon from MiHoYo's game. But why does nobody ask, how is the Honkai? Huh? Maybe that's why it's so hell-bent on destroying humanity. Welcome to Honkai Lore Explained, a new series in which I try to explain key lore elements from Honkaiimpact 3rd with the hope of helping people form a basic understanding of what the hell is happening in this game. Today is the first video in a 3-part series about, well, the Honkai. In this video, we are taking a look at the origins of the Honkai and talk about the imaginary tree. The second part will be about the wheel of the Honkai and Honkai energy, and in the last part we'll talk about Hershers. So, if you're excited and want to support this series, leave a like and
Once
subscribe
again,
if you
shout
can.
out,
It helps me.
shout out to Homu Labs by. I crazy. I haven't subbed this whole time. I apologize. I'm very well educated and researched videos just a lot put together, a lot of information. One that I feel like you just don't get surface level of anything. You're watching especially not watching that. I mean, I don't even think maybe just playing the game. I feel like you have to really look into lore stuff for this. So it's a big shout out to
Boost
the
my
home
fragile
for this,
self-esteem.
for these.
Lastly, I ask you to keep in mind that some of the information may change, alter, or prove to be false as time passes and we learn more. Also, please note that this is not a spoiler-free video. I will not disclose any major plot points, but I will refer to events from later parts of the game, manga, and visual novels. Without further ado, here is everything we know about the Honkai. In its most basic form, Honkai is energy that originates from the imaginary tree. So, to keep the topic more organized, today I am gonna explain what is the imaginary tree and what is the purpose of the Honkai energy. I imagine that most of you probably figured it out already, but the imaginary tree is not an actual tree. I know, shocking, right? It's a higher
What?
dimension, a membrane outside the normal perception abilities of a
It
human.
does kind of look like a tree though, with the branches.
To understand the concept of the imaginary tree, just as the name suggests, imagine a tree that branches off into an infinity of new branches, each branch representing a universe. On those branches, new leaves are growing and old ones die. Now, think of those leaves as each being their own civilization. When a new civilization is born, the imaginary tree helps it evolve and develop by regulating the Honkai energy present in that respective civilization's world. Honkai is believed to be a mechanism of the imaginary tree to prune itself. As Otto theorizes in chapter 17,
しかし世界の発展には制限が必要だ。量子の海との競争の中、枝葉の成長方向は あるメカニズムによる選別と是正を受け続ける。それは自然にできたメカニズム。
Always comes back to autos.
保育と需要のメカニズム、そして洗礼と淘汰のメカニズムだ。人類にとってそれは崩壊という名の災害であった。そうさ、その通り。人類は永遠に崩壊から逃げられない。
Then the Honkai is not just any threat that humanity can get rid of. No, it's a system based on imaginary mechanics, a natural phenomenon within the imaginary tree with a purpose and a predetermined programming. Think of it as the cells in your body. They are essential to your existence and make your body function properly. This is why Otto says that the Honkai is inescapable. It's not something a civilization can just fight off. But if that's the case, then everything that our characters do is meaningless? Well, not really. Going back to Otto's quote, there is a very important word in there that may give us the answer. And
Is that
that
Otto
word
in a
is
dress?
test. The Honkai tests the civilizations on the imaginary tree and removes the ones that fail to pass.
今こそ裁きの時。
In the second key manga, when Durandal meets Sue, the enforcer of Project Valuka from the previous era, we found out that he didn't manage to find any
He
civilization
looks like a gender-bent Fuha.
that got rid of the Honkai in all of the years he has been observing the parallel universes on the imaginary tree. This lets us know that whatever this test represent, not many civilizations managed to figure it out. Initially, it was believed that the Honkai is a mechanism that removes technologically advanced civilizations because it was trying to stop them from evolving and ascending to higher dimensions and becoming a threat to the balance of the imaginary tree. But from what we've seen so far, that may be not the case. If any civilization is a potential threat, why not eliminate it while it's still in a primitive state? Why wait for it to develop and become harder to deal with? So it's more likely that the Honkai is searching for a civilization that meets some sort of criteria and eliminates the ones that do not. Before you mention it in the comments, yes, there are indeed some civilizations that found a way to work around the threat of the Honkai. But note, they did not defeat the Honkai, nor did they pass the test, they just managed to hide. First, we have the Sugars. They are the small coffee-obsessed fluffy race that we see in Alien Space and Chapter 25 EX. We know that they fought against the Honkai,
Really?
but were found and invaded by the Sky People at some point, after which they made a bubble universe called the Candy House and uploaded their consciousness into it. They survived by attaching themselves to newer civilizations on the imaginary tree and collecting Honkai energy to sustain their bubble universe. Second are the Sky People. They are the strange mechanical creatures and main antagonists in a post-Honkai Odyssey. Many believe that the Sky People found a way to beat the
Wait a
Honkai.
minute. For 1 second. I'm sorry this is correct. I was gonna... What is her name? I don't know if I'll ever be saying that one.
Many believe that the Sky People found a way to beat the Honkai, but it's highly implied that not to be the case. Keep in mind that this is mostly my speculation, but I think they have turned themselves into mechanical beings that function and feed on Honkai energy, setting them on an endless space crusade to invade other civilizations and harvest their Honkai energy. As a result, they literally cheated their way around the Honkai in a very similar manner that Kevin and the Word Serpent tried to do to Project Stigma. But I guess we'll find out more in a post-Honkai Odyssey 2.
I should know there was a 2. I thought it was just whole post Honkai Odyssey. Oh, those playing.
With chapters 26 and 27 out, some new information regarding the imaginary tree has surfaced due to Otto being and messing with it, which gives us a better understanding on how it actually works. Up until this point, the civilizations on the imaginary tree were referred to as leaves. But since chapter 26, to better illustrate the flow of time and how it branches into multiple parallel worlds within the tree, the civilizations on the tree are also referred to as branches. And to be honest, this makes a lot more sense. But what does this mean? Not much, really. Honkaiimpact 3rd, especially the English localization, it's known for messing a lot of terms and concepts, a lot of times using them in a very inconsistent manner, so don't think too much about it. We learn that the worlds within the imaginary tree are all confined to time flowing in one direction. A linear one-directional time flow is how the imaginary tree expands. Again, using the tree analogy, imagine the branches of a tree expanding and constantly breaching out into parallel worlds. Let's say that you wake up one morning and you're given the choice to eat a healthy meal for your breakfast or ice cream. Based on the imaginary mechanics, time can branch into two different universes at this point, and each universe will have its own separate flow of time. One in which you chose the healthy breakfast and had a very productive day, and another one in which you... So, in simple terms, the concept of time flowing is just the imaginary tree expanding. As Nagamitsu pointed out in chapter 26, outside the imaginary tree, time is chaotic and has no determined direction. In places such as the Sea of Quanta, the chaotic time flow ends up eroding everything. Ultimately, to achieve his goal, Arrow made a deal with the Will of the Honkai that lets him cut off the last 500 years from the Honkaiimpact 3rd's main universe branch of time on the imaginary tree to revert it back to a time where Kellen was alive. Essentially, he is not time traveling, more so that he is cutting 500 years worth of time from the main universe's branch on the imaginary tree. On the other hand, the Sea of Quanta is another higher dimension that exists between the multiple universes within the imaginary tree. The best analogy in regards to it is given by Einstein in chapter 10. If we think of each universe as a glass of water, the Sea of Quanta is a puddle formed by the water that flows out from each of the glasses. It is a chaotic amalgamation of data from multiple universes, but unlike the imaginary tree that has order and can sustain data, the Sea of Quanta doesn't have the one-directional time flow to give any sense to it. That is why it has no form or properties of its own and needs an observer to make any sense of it. It's the place where all the worlds that don't get any more support from the imaginary tree and cannot sustain themselves anymore end up falling and eventually are destroyed and end up transformed into data. But more on the Sea of Quanta in a special lore video dedicated to it in the future.
Too long to read.
Imaginary tree, a higher dimension from where every universe is born. It is represented by the one-directional flow of time that branches into multiple parallel universes. Honkai comes from the imaginary tree, and it is a mechanism designed to nurture, test, and remove the civilizations within the imaginary tree. Honkai is a cosmic law, not something that can be defeated. The only way to stop it is by passing the test. If a civilization passes the test, the Honkai will leave it alone and it will continue to receive support from the imaginary tree and be allowed to continue to exist within it. If it fails, the civilization is destroyed and its world will eventually fall into the Sea of Quanta, where chaos will disintegrate everything into data.
Not something you want to happen. Okay, interesting. Yeah, you know, the imaginary tree. Now, yeah, that helps explain a little bit. It's still, even with you know, it being explained pretty well. Sometimes for me, it's a little hard to like get everything with like just like a one watch kind of thing. But I think for the most part, I understand pretty well. It is pretty interesting. And once again, shout out to Homu Labs. Next time we get back to this playlist, because I believe we are back on track. If I have to go back at any point because something got added, I will. But I believe I got all those this time. And yeah, we're going back just forward through the playlist. And we're going to have some more Homu Labs next time as well. A decent bit of them by the looks of it. And also, like I said, there's I think the trailer playlist. I will double check and see that I have to get back to. So maybe that's something that I do next. I might do that just to switch it up. I'm not sure if that's going to be its own video or it's going to be a part of the next video. It's probably going to be a spur of the moment thing that I do or decide on. So we'll have to see. But yeah, this was a really good video today. It's got some good videos as well. Yeah, that Durandal one was pretty good, and the other the Chibi Kiana one, when Sparks converged, that was really good as well. We saw the infamous Bunny Girl one as well, and it had a pretty good song to it, and we had some pretty good Homu Labs stuff information. So very nice, very nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as well, and I'll see you guys next time for more of this and more Honkai reaction stuff. For now though, guys, it is time for me to depart, but I will return. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe, you know it's always up to you. I will see you guys in the next video you watch of me. Good boy.